What up? Welcome to my channel. It's Sam Rossi. Today we're going to be talking about how to build connections in college and why you should be building connections in college. In fact, it's probably the most important thing that you could do during your time at college. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to stay updated for future content, and let's get right into it. First of all, what's the big deal about networking or connecting with people in college? Why should you even be doing it? Well, here's why. During your time in college, let's say, obviously, if you're in college, you're probably interested in a specific career. You're going to be learning from people who are already involved in that field, who probably have done a lot in the field and have a lot of experience and a lot of their own connections. So if you don't make connections with them, you will be leaving college with a bunch of knowledge, but no connections. You're not going to have any access to those big players or those important people that your professors may know. Your professors might actually be those big players and those important people. And without those connections, it's going to be a lot harder for you to get a job. Without those connections, you're cutting yourself off from access to so many just benefits and so many head starts and jump starts that you could give yourself in your career. If you leave college with just a diploma and a bunch of new knowledge and no new connections, you've basically spent 4 years doing something you could have done on the internet, essentially, without those connections. So it may be obvious by now, but if you're going to start connecting with people in college, the place to begin is literally with your professors. Now, maybe that sounds weird. Maybe you have this mindset of, oh, but they're my professors. I couldn't possibly be friends with them outside of class. Oh, they're my professors. Like, wouldn't that be weird to get coffee with them or get lunch with them? No, it's only weird if you make it weird. They're people just like you. And because we're talking about college, most everyone is an adult, right? So if you can just drop that stigma or that weirdness you may feel around actually making friends with your professors, you will find that the benefits are just immense. Plus, it's pretty cool to have connections to your professors that other kids might not have. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just trust me. How do you make connections with your professors? Invite them out for coffee. Invite them out for lunch, or invite them out to a bar or something. Kind of include them in your life, or let them include you in theirs. And what I mean by this is the best thing to do if you're trying to win your professor's favor and make that connection and that relationship with them is to make yourself useful. Professors are busy people. They have a lot going on. So maybe you could find a way to take something off their plate. Do they need their office dusted and organized? Do they need help with organizing some papers? These simple things that you might be able to take off their plate are such a simple and easy and effective way to get on their good side and build that connection with them. They're going to remember you far more than they would ever remember any other student who didn't bother to extend that hand or extend that assistance. What you could do is go up to your professor after class and say, hey, professor, I'm really enjoying this class. I think it's so interesting, and I would love to get to know you a little bit better and talk a bit more about your career. Would it be possible for me to take you out for coffee, or do you have any time maybe before or during your office hours where I could come by and maybe help you with some work or take some stuff off your hand and we can chat? It's simple as that. Whatever their answer is, whether it's a absolutely yes, which it likely is, or even a no, you put yourself out there and you attempted to make that connection. It might be a no the first time, but that doesn't mean it has to be the end all be all. And try this with all of your professors, all of the people who you're interested in having more of a connection with. Seriously, it could benefit your career massively by perhaps even getting you a connection to your ultimate job right out of college that you would have had to work for 5 or maybe 10 years to get. Don't neglect your friends either. The friends that you make in college, they're fun, and there's a lot of partying and good times that go on, but that doesn't mean they don't have their own connections or their family doesn't have connections that might benefit you. And if they're your friends, they should have no problem with helping you achieve the things you want in life. Just make sure that you're also returning the favor in any way that you can. So maybe it would be a good idea to have that conversation with your friends. Like, hey, do you know anyone who works in this particular field or who works in the field, that you're studying to be in? Maybe they have the perfect connection for you. Just don't overlook it. And this is the same attitude that you could have with everybody that you meet. Who do you know? Or who are you connected to? And how can I help you? What can I do to build that connection with you and therefore get access to your connections as well? Think about it. Hopefully this was helpful. Comment any questions you may have in the comment section below, and thank you so much for watching. Remember to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to stay updated, and I will see you next time.